Hi everyone, Murky Dismal here, or Murkwell Dismal here, and I'm Lurky, known as Lurky. And today we're going to talk about how we had a heavy rainstorm in Rainbow Land, or also in the Hells, or the Holes, which is the only side of Rainbow Land that didn't get any cast light and brightness at one time. Why? Who knows? Maybe in my doing. So we wake up to the storm and everything is good. It's storming out there. And then our lights go off. But then they come back on, but not all of them. It seemed that something had gone wrong with our fuses, spark, and the box, where like half of the house didn't have lighting and the other half did. So there'd be some rooms where your light would be on, but it'd be weak, or your far seer reckoner would be on, or they wouldn't be. Your timers would be on, they would not be. And you're thinking, oh, well, it could be your wiring. But if that's true, then all of your things would have been shot. So I had to go downstairs in the toll room. If a house has a toll room, which if a house doesn't have a toll room, then it's going to be nearby. But if it is going to be down the toll room, and you're working in the dark, if it happens at night or at evening or at night or early morning or whatever happens to be, if it's snowing or raining or whatever. So after playing around with that, we got all the lights back on and everything was back to the way it was. Well, we did have to set our timers again, Murky. But luckily, our far Y speaker and our middle top reckoners run off a cell pack when the lighting's off. And since Comcast has the storm ready wireless interweb feed they give to you, we didn't lose that much. But I can't believe it's the first time that something has ever happened to our sparks, with our lighting box and everything. I guess it's a first time for everything, right? I mean, what I mean to say is that we've had many rainstorms over the years, some good, some bad, but never one ever made that happen. You know? Yeah, I guess there's a first time for everything there, Lurky. A first time for all that to happen. Now, I can't speak for what happened over in the Cast Stronghold or how they dealt with it, but I know that's how we had to deal with it. And as you know, yes, I am sitting, more like standing on a long seat. Yeah, because I was a keychain doll. I wasn't the rag doll, and I hope that one day the loyal subjects or the trusted Burr Toys makes a new rag doll of me, and my friend Lurky over here too. But anyway, yeah, that was how our lights went off, came back on, but not all of them, and they also seemed to be weak, as if we blew a spark, which, yes, can happen. I mean, a lot of folks are going to say, oh, well, you should have had all your tools unplugged. Well, guess what? There are folks that like to go around and unplug every one of their tools they have, thinking that the might's going to come back on, it's going to kill all of their tools. And I guess sometimes it does happen, but very rarely does something like that happen. But there are folks who do go around and do that kind of a thing. Only it's kind of hard to go around and unplug everything that you have on, because you're worried about if you lose the lighting, you're worried about the lighting coming back on and besmirching all of it. What seems to be a lot of work. Yeah, and it was dark, so I didn't even know where my shoes were. But oh yeah, I always have my shoes on. I don't know where I got them from, and all those 41 years I never binded them. But yeah, I don't like it when your lights go out. But it's even worse if it's your lighting in your house itself, like the lighting setup, and not the outside lighting that's been cut off, which tends to happen a lot in some storms. Yeah, that does tend to happen. Right, Murky? Yeah, Lurky, that does be a thing that does happen a lot. And bad snowstorms or bad rainstorms. But anyway, that was our saga in the hells or the holes, about our fuse box or our lighting box, something going wrong, and half the rooms had light and half the rooms didn't, and there's only enough light for some things to run, but for other things could not run. And unless you had a far wide speaker or a middle top reckoner that also that ran off a cell pack, well, those were the only things that were going to run. So anyway, like this film, share and playlist it, and we'll see you later.